Amen. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Prabhus and Matajis. Welcome to our weekly Bhagavad Gita discussion. So today we will be continuing with our chapter 13, verse number shloka number 8, 8 to 13. So let me share my screen. All right. Sorry. Chapter number 13. Yeah, sorry. Verse number 8 to 12. Right. 8 to 12. Okay. So, where did we stop last week? Prabhus? Does anyone remember?
I think we'll start with tolerance, Prabhu, this class.
Okay. So, we stopped at violence, non-violence. Okay. So, yeah. So, let's read a translation once again. Humility, pridelessness, non-violence, tolerance, simplicity. Approaching a bona fide spiritual master, cleanliness, steadiness, self-control, renunciation of the objects of sense gratification, absence of false ego, the perception of the evil of birth, death, old age, and disease, detachment, freedom from entanglement with children, wife, home, and the rest, even-mindedness amid pleasant and unpleasant events, constant and unalloyed devotion to me, aspiring to live in a solitary place, detachment from the general mass of people, accepting the importance of self-realization, and philosophical search for the absolute truth. All these I declare to be knowledge, and besides these, whatever they may be is ignorance. So we have seen last week on the very beginning of the purport, Srila Prabhupada have established that Mai Chananya Yogena Bhakti Avyabhicharini. So Bhakti, the process of knowledge terminates in unalloyed devotion. So whatever knowledge, the base is Bhakti. Whatever qualities, the base is Bhakti. So when the Bhakti is there, when we are unalloyingly serving Bhagavan, then all this knowledge and quality will follow. This is the thing. Okay, so it's not that you try to achieve all these things artificially or separately. Okay, so that's why Prabhupada keep quoting Yasyasti Bhaktir Bhagavadi Akinchana Sarvair Gunai Shatra Samasta Suraha. All the good qualities will develop when one has attained the devotional service. Okay, so this is very important, and Srila Prabhupada elaborated that in order to get that devotional service, you must accept a spiritual master. The moment you accept a spiritual master, that is where your spiritual life begins. Okay, so anything beyond that is nonsense. So that's what Srila Prabhupada says. Anything beyond that is speculation, nonsense. Okay, so this is the basics. So in the பகவானுடைய பக்தி செய்யணும்னா முதல்ல வந்து நம்மளுக்கு என்ன தேவை? We have to take it up sincerely and also accept a spiritual master. Accept a spiritual master na enna artham? What is the meaning of accepting a spiritual master? What is the meaning? Anyone? Harshwan Prabhu, what is the meaning accepting a spiritual master?
Submitting oneself unto the representative of Krishna.
Right. So Who is the representative of Krishna?
Guru,
Yeah. So yeah,
the
that's
one,
Guru. Yeah.
the
So
one
who
in the
is?
current disciplic session.
Yeah. So the point is, you see, you must get initiated. Initiation. Initiation means what? Initiation means you must get connected to the sampradaya. Otherwise, Prabhupada says this is speculation. You might be a, you might be very scholarly. You might be very expert. huh? You might know, you might have memorized the whole Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. You might be very good at all these things. You might be very good at narrating all these uh, things, whatever stated in our Shastra. But when you don't accept a spiritual master, there is no point. The real devotional service begin when you actually get connected to the sampradaya, right? So of course, in the beginning, when Srila Prabhupada started the movement in New York, uh, you know, the beginning, but Prabhupada said, please come and join. It's very simple. You come here, chanting and feasting, chanting and feasting, and you go back. Initiation is just formalities. Initiation is just formalities. So this was the this is how Prabhupada started. But initiation is compulsory for the serious candidates who wants to go back to Godhead. This is the understanding, right? So yeah, it is not that you're trying to speculate and say that no, Prabhupada have said formalities, so I wouldn't like to get initiation. I want to perform devotional service alone. I want to do whatever I feel that is right. No, right? Initiation is a must to get connected. Huh? Otherwise, you are bogus, right? So you must uh, begin devotional service. You must practice this sadhana bhakti. We have discussed on the sadhana bhakti. Sadhana bhakti means what? Performing devotional service by following the rules and regulation. Vaidi, vidhi, vidhi இருக்கணும். Waking up in the morning, performing Mangalarati, finishing up 16 rounds, taking Krishna Prasadam, doing book distribution, Harinam Sankirtanam, cleaning the temples, attending temple programs, doing service in the temple, attending, cleaning the temple, cleaning the washrooms, preparing, cooking for Krishna. So all these things, comes under the scope of devotional service, right? So a properly situated person, he wouldn't see any difference between washing the toilet in the temple and also leading the kirtan. It is the same spiritually, right? Whether you are giving lecturing in Zoom, whether we are giving a lecture in the temple on Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, and also washing the temple washrooms is equal. This is the equality here. This is the real oneness, Advaita. So in Krishna consciousness, in Krishna's service, there's no different. Everything is transcendental. Right? Whether you're washing the toilet, whether you're cleaning the temple hall, whether you're mopping, sweeping, or whether you're giving class, or whether you're doing kirtan, a properly situated devotees will see this in a equal vision. Because everything is service to Krishna. So it is not that Prabhu, no, I only want this service, I only want to do this, I only can do this, I cannot do this, I don't like to do this, like we have some devotees who will say that Prabhu, I only like kirtan. I don't want to attend classes. I don't feel like attending classes. So that means you're not properly situated, because kirtana means, it also not only kirtana means just singing the glories of Krishna, but Kirtanam is also preaching, speaking about Krishna, also hearing about Krishna. This is also Kirtanam, Sankirtanam. So, congregational chanting, congregational reciting of Bhagavad Gita. This is also Sankirtanam. So, if anyone says that, no, I only like singing kirtan, but I don't like to listen to classes, that means he's not properly situated. That means there's something wrong, that he need to progress. He need to sincerely take up this Krishna consciousness. He need to understand this, the process of devotional service, right? Very important, because in Krishna's service there's no difference. Right? So, this is the point. And then you have to accept a spiritual master. Very important. So, this is the sign and symptoms of progression. Okay. So we don't want to waste our time here. Just attending, sitting down and attending, and then you're going back. What is the purpose? So you must have some target. You must have some progress. You must have some change in heart. Hridaya. Your Hridaya must have some changes. You must melt. Then there is a success. Otherwise, we are coming here weekly and sitting down and listening. There's no point. This is not some theoretical knowledge that you just gain this for some knowledge. Prabhu, I'm listening for knowledge. No, this is beyond knowledge. Real knowledge means what? That's why you must see Prabhupada's purport. Real knowledge means actually you are taking up the process of devotional service. That is knowledge. Otherwise, simply bookish knowledge is not required. Bookish knowledge is useless. So this is the point, right? So the whole purpose of Bhagavad Gita, the whole purpose of Srila Prabhupada purport is so that we can practice Krishna consciousness. So if you are not doing that, then we have to think about it. You have to start practicing Krishna consciousness. It is not simply about philosophical bookish knowledge, right? So that is why Prabhupada is stressing here, you see. Akinchana sarvair gunaishtatra samasta suraha yasyasti bhaktir bhagavati, right? So automatically all these qualities and knowledge will come when you take up the process of devotional service by accepting a spiritual master, right? So this is the point. So the next question is how to accept spiritual master. Yeah, then you have to listen from the spiritual master, right? So you have to listen. So who is spiritual master? Who is guru? It's a long topic to discuss about guru tattva. So not everyone is guru. First of all, guru means he must coming from a bona fide sampradaya. He must be in line with Shastra. He must be in line with Srila Prabhupada. Then you can consider that person as a guru, right? So guru is not just some sentimental, guru. Choosing a guru is not about some sentimental, sentimental approach. ஏன்னா இப்போ அந்த மாதிரி தான் ஓடிக்கிட்டு இருக்கு. Guru means, this guru is so nice, so lovely, so merciful. அப்படி கிடையாது. What do you mean by lovely and merciful? This guru speak very sweetly. This guru, there's not how you actually choose a guru. Guru, first of all, you listen to the guru. What is the guru's instruction? How is the guru, what is the guru's words? Is it in line with Shastra? Rupa Goswami have established this. How to choose a guru and how the guru will choose a disciple. This is two-way. So when we listen, then we can understand, okay, so this guru, I'm actually attracted to him because he is actually such a, dedicated follower of Srila Prabhupada. He's following Shastra, he's preaching as it is. His acharama perfect according to Shastra. We cannot find any fault in him. Right? So in this way, we surrender to that type of guru. And when we approach him, the guru will analyze us. How many rounds you are chanting? Are you following the regulative principle? You take shelter. So minimum 6 months, you have to follow all the 4 regulative principles. No meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, no intoxication, attending daily programs, preaching, book distribution, Harinam Sankirtanam, taking only Krishna Prasadam. Huh? So all these things, daily reading Srila Prabhupada books, listening to Bhagavad Gita, this is progression. Then when the Guru feels that you are fit, then the Guru will give you initiation. Right? So Guru is not a joke. Guru is not just like a trend or fashion. இவங்கெல்லாம் இனிஷியேஷன் எடுக்க போகிறாங்க, ஸோ நானும் எடுக்க போகிறேன், ஆமாங்களா பிரபு, அந்த மாதிரி கிடையாது. Not a fashion. Now all my friends, all my batch people who came to ISKCON on the same year, they are now taking initiation. So I must take initiation. So now everyone is taking initiation under this person. So I also have to follow. It's not like that. So initiation means it's very special. It's a special relationship between you and your Guru. Reciprocation must be there. And how we reciprocate? By listening. Vani is more important than Vapu. Vani, Vapu. Vani means what? Vani means the instruction of Guru. Then comes the physical service. So the most important is, even if you don't physically see your Guru or serve your Guru, we should serve the Guru by following his instruction. This is the real, ultimate, most important service. Of course, when you have a chance to serve the Guru directly, that is very nice. But more important than that is to actually following the instruction, Vani, of that spiritual master. So we got excited when our Guru Maharaj came to our place, our city, our temple. Only that 1 week we'll be excited. And after that, no more. Right? So this is not, that is not the way actually. So whether because Guru is always there. He's there in his instruction. So you must always excited to perform Krishna consciousness, to perform bhakti. This is the point. Right? So, that means your understanding must be good. Your mood must be in proper mood. So, this is the point of taking initiation, accepting spiritual master is totally a different topic. Guru Tattva. Right? So, Saringla Prabhuji. So now let us move on. We was discussing about humility, non-violence. So we have many qualities where we are seeing the meaning. Okay, humility means what? Humility means one should not anxious to have satisfaction of being honored by others. This is the meaning humility. So you must not expect any appreciation, honor. Okay, so next, non-violence. Okay, Prabhu, what is the meaning of non-violence? We have discussed last week. So what do you understand when we say non-violence? Can anyone tell me the meaning of non-violence?
Not to cause distress to anyone.
Okay. So,
anyone who are not taking Krishna consciousness.
Yes, exactly. So first of all, remember this always, non-violence means, first don't make yourself distress. By not taking up Krishna consciousness, you are causing yourself problem, distress, janma mrityur jara vyadi. So you are doing violence toward yourself. Atmaha, Upanishad says, Atmaha, the killer of the soul. Of course, Atma cannot be killed, but Upanishad is telling that when you are not taking up the process of Krishna consciousness, you are destroying yourself. That means it's equivalent to violence. First, do not harm yourself. Take up Krishna consciousness. That's the first meaning. Number 2, preach to others. So when you are not sharing and delivering this message to others, you are causing violence to them. So therefore, we are practicing non-violence by preaching. So that is why the second meaning. And third meaning is by actually causing distress, by killing them, cutting down them, mentally or physically, you're causing distress to someone. That is also violence. So that is why we should avoid Meat eating. That's why we should avoid involved in activities which are not Krishna consciousness, because we might cause all this distress to the others people. In fact, anything is not related to Krishna, you are causing distress to them. So that is why. So the point is, when you are practicing bhakti, automatically these things are covered. You are already performing ahimsa, non-violence. So this is the modern meaning. If you are not Krishna consciousness, if you are not preaching Krishna consciousness, then you are performing violence. This is the main meaning. You see? So don't cause distress to other people. அப்படின்னு சொல்லும் போது people might speculate and take the meaning as what? Okay, I don't hurt you, I don't speak anything against you, or I don't speak anything, even you're wrong, I won't correct you, I don't want to kachao you lah. If any problem also, oh, ahimsa, ahimsa, just keep quiet. That is not ahimsa. That is ignorance. So when you speak the truth, that is actually non-violent, because you really want to speak to help the particular person, preach to the person, establish the fact to the person. So this is actually a real love, real non-violence. Okay, so that is why Prabhupada, sometimes he smashed atheistic peoples, sometimes he smashed Mayavadis. So this is equivalent to non-violence. When Krishna, he was in Kurukshetra with Arjuna, they put down the Kauravas. That is actually non-violence. Because they actually did the right thing, dharma. Dharma means non-violence. Even you are smashing them, killing them, but still, when you are following the instruction of Krishna, that is equivalent to dharma. Dharma means definitely it is non-violence. So that means even violence, it become Krishna consciousness when you are following according to dharma. That's the point. So you must understand this very carefully, because we have many misunderstanding. Prabhu, you are telling that you are Krishna consciousness, then how come in Bhagavad Gita Krishna is instructing Arjuna to kill, and you are now telling ahimsa? Such a contraindication, right? So that is why you must understand what is the meaning of ahimsa. So if you understand ahimsa according to your speculation, according to your own definition, then we cannot do anything. Because the real meaning of ahimsa is this, as how we discussed. So please remember this. This is the meaning by Shastra, by Acharyas. Okay? Right. So, Prabhu, you want to try again? What is the meaning of ahimsa? 3 definitions. Harishwan Prabhu, what is the 3 definitions?
3 definitions. Non-violence. First is taking up and practicing Krishna consciousness.
Yeah.
Second is preaching Krishna consciousness to others.
Yes.
And third I'm not sure.
Yeah, third is, of course, not kill any animals. Do not cause any distress to even by mind to other living entities. So that is also non-violence. Logic, right? Acceptable, right? Makes sense, right? So this is the point. So this is the answer. This is the proper understanding. Because generally people feel that non-violence means just meat eating. Oh, just I don't want to kill anyone. We have the Jains. Have you seen the Jains? They will wear mask. They will use the feather to shoo away the bacteria and virus. They say they don't want to cause any problem to even an insect. They will walk without shoes. They will be very careful that they don't want to even cause harm to the microorganisms, to the I'm speaking about the insects, the small living entities. But still you cannot avoid. The moment you inhale, you're killing, your body is killing how many microorganisms? Your antibodies are producing and killing many viruses, right? Your hand, when you wash your hand, you are actually killing bacteria. The moment you brush your teeth, you're cleaning yourself. So this extremist understanding of non-violence is improper, because Bhagavatam say in order to survive, One living entity must kill another living entity. Right? So this is the point. Okay? So please understand this very carefully. That is why if you see the Jainism understanding of Ahimsa, the Buddhism understanding of Ahimsa, they only focus on living entity. Don't cause distress to other living entity. But they don't really understand what is the distress. Real distress means stuck in this material world. They don't know that. இதுதான் பிரச்சனை. சரிங்களா? So they go to the superficial understanding that do not kill them, disturb them, just leave them. Right? So it is not a perfect understanding. Right? So that is why we understand that we need to kill some plants in order to maintain the body. So therefore, Krishna have given instruction to take sattvic ahara and offer to him. So therefore, patram pushpam palam toyam yome bhaktaya prayachati. Krishna says, offer those to me and I will take all the sin. So this is perfect. Right? All right. Okay. So now we move on to tolerance. Okay. So before that, we have a question. Okay. So please ask your question, Prabhu, so that everyone can know.
Okay, Prabhu. My question is pertaining to correcting others. So, I came across this from a devotee, and then he mentioned like when it comes to like finding fault and correcting others, like it's not a work of us, but it's a work of the spiritual master. They are the right person to correct another devotee. So, what is the sastric this standing on this problem?
So what do you think? So let us analyze. Okay. Let us analyze. Okay, from shastrical point of view, from whatever you have learned so far in this Bhagavad Gita discussion. Okay, so you must apply now. You see, listening is one thing, application is another thing. So real intelligence means when you can apply those whatever you have learned. This is called intelligence. Right? So now let us try to analyze this scenario. Okay, so don't worry about what people say. Okay, they might be wrong, they might be correct. Now let us analyze this very systematically, according to your knowledge, according to your capacity, as far whatever you have learned. Okay, so now I want your response. What do you think? You agree or not agree? Or if you agree, why you agree? If you not agree, why you don't agree? Or you're not sure, you have some doubts, why? What is the doubts? So anything, I want your opinion. Then we can discuss. Okay. Yes.
Okay, Prabhu. So my opinion is when it comes to correcting others, I feel like I'm not qualified enough to do so because I have my own flaws. So I think that I cannot correct, but I can share the knowledge without pinpointing their mistake. But it is up to them to take it in and reflect on them. But the spiritual master, who they have more power in a sense that to correct the their disciples, their followers. So that's what I think about this matter.
Okay. So you see, very, very simple. First of all, Rupa Goswami in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu have explained about these things. Right. So generally, devotees can be classified into 3 categories. Kanishta, we have spoken on this. Kanishta Adhikari, Madhyama Adhikari, Uttama Adhikari. Right? So when we are speaking about Kanishta Adhikari, Kanishta means neophytes, beginners. All of us are beginners. Right? So even within Kanishta, there are different levels, different categories of Kanishtas. Okay. So generally when we are speaking about Kanishtas, they are very beginner, they are learning. So their faith on Krishna conscious, their faith on Krishna is very shaky, is not steady. They will come to Krishna consciousness, they will go to demigod's temple, they will go here and there, and they are here and there. But they have attraction towards Krishna. They will come and listen. So this is Kanishta. So they are very potential, they are potential devotees. They have some faith on Krishna. Okay. So and then there are different levels, right? So this is generally the beginners. And then we have the Madhyamadhikari. Okay, the Madhyamadhikari, they have 100% faith, 100% conviction on Krishna, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. Right? And their vision is that they will preach Krishna consciousness, they will preach to the beginners, then preach to the people who are new, and they will bring them up. So Madhyamadhikari is actually preachers, yeah, Madhyamadhikari. And we have Uttamadhikari. Uttamadhikari, they are actually on a very very elevated stage, that they see all living entity equally. So what do you mean by equally? Equally means they see everyone as a part and parcel of Krishna, spirit, soul, spark of Krishna. They cannot find fault in you. Even if you are a rascal, they cannot find fault, because they are only looking into your goodness. They are only looking into your spark, the spiritual spark. They will only look into the you are devotee. Everyone is devotee. So they are on that level. So the point is, Uttamadhikari, they cannot preach. You know why? Because in order to preach, you need to come down to the level of Madhyamadhikari. You need to discriminate. Correct or not? Otherwise, if you see everyone equally as spiritual spark, then you are unable to preach. Everyone is Krishna's devotee. Finish. Dot. Agree with me. Right? So, generally, all the Vaishnavas, all our Acharyas, they are on the topmost level. They are Uttamadhikaris. Right? But in order to preach to us, they actually came down. They come down to the level of Madhyama. Okay? And preach to us. So this is the understanding. Okay? So now, Rupa Goswami have said, so whenever you see a Kanishta Adhikari, or someone who is subordinate to you or new, then you can guide them. You can teach them. Right? So this is the understanding. That means when you see someone who is very keen to learn, who's coming, and you see him that is having some difficulties in understanding, or he is performing something wrong. So you said, okay, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, let me share with you, let me tell you. So you can teach him, guide him, correct him. Right? This is the point. Because Shastra says, if you are something wrong is happening in front of you, and you are not speaking the right thing or correcting it, then you are actually performing adharma. So of course, when you're in this state, when someone is actually subordinate to us, we can correct them. Okay. So whenever we see someone who is equal level to us, right, then we should make friends with them, associate with them, and share each other about Krishna. And when you see someone higher than us, we should surrender to them, we should serve them, and gain knowledge from them. So this is the approach we must have. When you see someone who is new to Krishna consciousness, he must preach. When you see someone on an equal level, make friends and associate and discuss about Krishna Katha. And whenever you see someone who is knowledgeable, then you take up a service and also gain the knowledge from them submissively. Inquire from them. So this is the mood we should have. Okay, Prabhuji? Right. This is the first thing. So when we are speaking about to correcting others, so the first point is you need to know whether who is this person. Right? So when you are in a position of let's say you are beginning to practice, okay, you have understood certain thing, right? Because in Krishna consciousness, we don't see the maturity or perfection by according to how many years you are in Krishna consciousness. No. You can be in Krishna consciousness for 30 years, and someone might have joined Krishna consciousness for 2 years, but that 2 years must be advanced than you, can be advanced than you. So we don't judge according to age. It's not according to how long you are in Krishna consciousness. It's according to what is your sadhana, what is your practice. புரியுதுங்களா பிரபுஜி, ஹரீஸ்வரன் பிரபு? The problem here is we are always accustomed to think that, oh, he is 30 years, 40 years. Of course, he is more experienced. He can be a very nice devotee. But the years is not a sole indicator. You must look into the achara. How is the activity? Whether he is following Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. You must have some discrimination ability. Correct or not? It is not fault finding. Prabhuji, you see the problem here, we loosely use the word fault finding and we blind ourselves. Oh, I don't want to see, I don't want to fault find, I don't want to discriminate anything. No, that is foolishness. The real meaning of fault finding means what? Unnecessarily you're criticizing people. Unnecessarily you're fault finding a devotee. Prabhu, that is fault finding. But when you actually, when you know that something is wrong and you're sharing to him, when you know something is wrong and you're trying to speak the truth, that is not fault finding. Saringla Prabhuji, you must be very careful to understand this term fault finding. The problem is people simply use this term fault finding and they want to avoid to be questioned so that they can do anything they want. So they will use the Vaishnava Aparadha card. Oh, Prabhu, no, Vaishnava Aparadha. Prabhu, no, Vaishnava, no. Vaishnava Aparadha means you are making offense, you are unnecessarily finding fault on a Vaishnava. That is offense. Right? But your intention is to make him progress, or your intention is to actually, make him more, advanced, then that is not fault finding, Prabhu. So conclusion enna, whenever you see someone who you can share with and correct and teach, you should do that. And whenever you can see someone who is on the same level as you, make friends with him. And whenever you see someone advanced than you should learn from him. This is the principle. Okay, Prabhuji. So, and of course, when we are speaking about correcting others, first of all, we should be following the basic principles. Acharam. Purithangala Prabhuji. Like, okay, you are following no meat eating, no gambling. Then when someone is actually difficulty in giving up meat, then you can correct him. Prabhuji, you can share to Prabhuji, you see, I was used to take meat. Now I've given up. You see, this is the method, this is the understanding, this is the philosophy. Let me share with you. Yeah, this is good. Right? Or when someone unknowingly consuming something, right? When someone unknowingly eating in restaurants, and Prabhuji, no, Prabhuji, you see, Krishna have said, then you must offer to him before you take anything. So it is shastrically, it is incorrect to take outside food. Yeah, that is right. Purithangala Prabhuji. So in all means we can share, we can speak. Right? So of course when you are speaking about correcting, it's not that you go and yes, correct. You must not done in a humiliating way. You must see the time, place, and circumstances. Purithangala Prabhuji, you must gently, nicely approach and speak, or you can ask. Yeah? Like we can have many scenarios. Like when you see a senior devotee, example, a senior devotee, right? He is performing something which is against the norms, right? So what you need to do? Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, as far as I'm concerned, this is what is mentioned, but I'm seeing that you are doing like this. Can I know any reason for it, Prabhuji? Is it is it acceptable, or can I learn what is the reference to this? Like that approach. You know what I mean? So from there you can know that actually, okay, if we can't provide you any reference, if we can't explain to you shastrically, oh no, I am practicing 15 years, you just listen to me. That means you know already something is wrong. Right? Oh, otherwise he said, no, Prabhuji, according to Shastra, this also can be done. He's giving quotation and you checked and you understand. Okay, right. That means I'm wrong. I mean, he was right. I mean, I'm still learning. So you learn like that. Example, scenarios, right? So in this way, we should try to discriminate, because this discriminating ability is very important. It's not that you tutto mata. Okay, I don't want to find fault. No. You must be seeing, you must be judging. Judging is very important. We have now another new disease that they say don't judge people, don't judge people. Right or not? Don't judge people. So the moment you say don't judge, you're already judging. You know what I mean? The moment you say don't judge, that is already a judgment. Don't judge. You know what I mean? So, you see, judgment is a sign of intelligence. Discrimination is needed. When you are driving in the roadside, you need to judge yellow, red, green traffic light. Then you can go. When even a doctor, he need to judge whether this patient is from what category, from what race, from what category of age, what symptoms, whether it's affordable or not affordable to buy, to go to this place, go to the hospital. Many judgments are there. Right, Prabhuji? So judgment is even Rupa Goswami said we should discriminate. We should judge things. Then only you know, Prabhu, whether it's right or not. Correct or not? If you are telling do not judge, then if someone is making a clear cut wrong against Shastra, how are you going to know? Oh no, don't judge. I close my eyes. Not. புரியுதுங்களா பிரபுஜி? ஸோ யூ ஹேவ் டு ஜட்ஜ், யூ ஹேவ் டு யூஸ் யுவர் சாஸ்திரிக். அதனால தான் சாஸ்திரிகள் நாலேஜ் கொடுக்குது. அதனால தான் டூஸ் அண்ட் டோன்ட்ஸ் இருக்குது. புரியுதுங்களா? ஸோ நான் என்ன சொல்ல வரேன்னா, ஜட்ஜிங் மீன்ஸ் why you are thinking something bad. Judging is not bad. Judging means is something good, so that you can discriminate what to follow, what not to follow. புரியுதுங்களா? But of course, we don't want to unnecessarily find fault, fault finding or criticizing people. Other different, totally different. So don't mix up that and correcting people. Okay? So இதுதான் வந்து point, Prabhu. Just like, example. When you see that a temple president, we have a temple president, but the temple president is, let's say the temple president is doing something which is against Shastra. So you don't simply go and correct him in the public, or you don't simply go and, address him in a, improper way. So what is the proper etiquette? Hare Krishna Prabhuji, நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி. ஸோ நான் இந்த மாதிரி பார்த்தேன், நீங்கள் இந்த மாதிரி செஞ்சீங்க, இந்த மாதிரி பேசுனீங்க. ஸோ கேன் ஐ கெட் அ கிளாரிஃபிகேஷன் பிரபுஜி? Because as far as I am concerned, as far as according to Bhagavad Gita and Shastra, இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கு பிரபுஜி. So this is my understanding. So but I find that whatever I understand, whatever you did is against this. So can I know, Prabhu? அப்படி சொல்லலாம். So இதுதான் பாயிண்ட். ஸோ திஸ் ஹவ் யூ அப்ரோச். திஸ் இஸ் வே டு அப்ரோச். புரியுதுங்களா பிரபுஜி? Okay, is it make sense, Prabhuji? It's a very important topic. So you must not fall into the trap of எல்லாமே வைஷ்ணவ அபராதம், எல்லாமே fault finding. நான் எதுவுமே கேட்க மாட்டேன், டிஸ்கிரிமினேட் பண்ண மாட்டேன், ஜட்ஜ் பண்ண மாட்டேன். That is foolishness. Okay, because in order to live in this material world, you need to judge. Otherwise you, how are you going to know which is good and bad, which is demonic and which is actually Krishna consciousness? You don't know. Even by telling that I am not this body, you're judging. Even by telling do not take meat, you're judging. Even by telling chant Hare Krishna, you're judging. So in every action there is a judgment. Right? So it's a very foolish thing to say do not judge people. So we have a motivational speakers who will come and say do not judge people. Because you know why they say like that? Because they don't want to be judged. They will do anything they want, and they don't want people to judge them. So they will say don't judge. Everything is right. Everything is correct. Yatopat tatopat. Every path is right way. You know what I mean? So this is nonsense. This is Mayavada. ஸோ இதுதான் பிரபுஜி. நீங்கள் அதை ரொம்ப கிளியராக புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். ஸோ பிகாஸ் வென் யூ ஆர் இன் அசோசியேஷன் வித் டிவோட்டீஸ், இந்த மாதிரிலாம் நீங்கள் பார்க்கலாம். பல பேர் சொல்லுவாங்க இந்த மாதிரி. So even Krishna is telling, if you don't surrender unto me, then you're finished. Surrender unto me. Krishna is asking you, giving a judgment. Judgment. Right? Even the four regulative principle is a judgment. You have to follow the judgment. Otherwise, you have to pay for the action. Complications. Okay. So yeah, what is that, Prabhuji? Please, you can read it. You can tell it out so everyone can listen also.
Okay, bro. So basically what I understood was regarding fault finding, if we are fault finding or unnecessarily identifying others' mistake to satisfy our own pride, that we are actually advanced in bhakti or in spiritual life, it's actually an offense. But if you are just like identifying another person's mistake and confronting the other person with humility and also politeness, it is not wrong, but it is highly encouraged. That's what I understood from.
Yes, Prabhu. You see, when someone is not following Shastra, then he is gliding down. So when you know someone is gliding down, what is your first step? You need to help me. You need to help him or not. So you need to tell him, Prabhu, no, this way. So now when you're proposing that don't correct others means, even he's sad, even he go down, you say you won't go and help him. That means you're doing harm to him. Isn't it? Because when we are preaching, you need to correct certain things. You need to establish certain things. This is preaching. புரியுதுங்களா ஹரிஷன் பிரபு? Otherwise, how are you going to preach? Prabhupada says rascals, Mayavadi rascals, atheistic rascals, scientist rascals. So this is preaching. Prabhupada have a clear judgment. What is right and what is wrong. Krishna says, Muda, Duskritino Mudo. Krishna says, the foolish atheistic rascals, Maya Pratanyana, stolen by stolen by illusion. Nyaya, illusion, knowledge, elusive knowledge. So, you see, so what is the intention of Krishna saying that? Because they want us to come up, progress. They are superior. Krishna is Bhagavan. Prabhupada is our Guru. So similarly, our duty is to repeat Krishna and Prabhupada. Prabhupada says this, Krishna says this, why not you follow? So that is not offense, that is not mistake, that is not correcting, that is simply repeating Guru Sadhu Shastra. This is the meaning of repeating. Because you don't manufacture anything. You are simply repeating. That's the point. That's different. So that means if you see something is not right, immediately you must find a way to try to express that. That's the point. In a very nice manner. So then it is up to them whether they are accepting it or not accepting it. That is up to them. But you have done your part. Purudingla Prabhu. Like there's some mistakes going on. So Prabhuji, this is not right. Prabhuji, you're not supposed to cook. You're not supposed to cook mock meat in the temple. You're not supposed to give vegetarian mock meat, and you're not supposed to use all this mushroom in the temple cooking. Example. Okay. Tidak berkaitan dengan yang mati atau hidup is example. Okay. So so this is how you should tell them. It is not that when you see a glaring mistake, a glaring adharma is happening, and you keep quiet. Why? Because they are seniors, they are experienced. You see, Prahlad Maharaj, he is just 6 years old, child. He is senior than us. Okay? We don't go by age. Dhruva Maharaj. So like that. You see, it's not that, I am 30 years, 40 years Krishna consciousness, therefore I'm immune to all these things. No. So the point is, quantity is not a criteria to be immune. So of course it's a different story. If you are 30 years and you are following it nicely, then very nice. We pay our humble obeisances. But if there is any problem, then we are willing to share and we want to progress together. This is the point. புரியுதுங்களா பிரபுஜி? So you need to develop this vision. It's very important. Prabhus and Matajis. We need to develop this vision, transcendental vision, to discriminate things according to Shastra, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. Many devotees are lacking this. Many devotees are lacking this. They are unable to differentiate. They are unable to discriminate. They are unable to see the glaring problem. So that is why we are not growing. That is why our society, they are unable to, we are not convincing many youths, we are not convincing many people in Krishna consciousness, because there are so many things that need to be corrected, but it is not corrected, and even when someone is trying to highlight those things, they are being suppressed in the name of higher authority or management or seniority. So these things are all there, right? So that is why Krishna consciousness means first you follow Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. This is the principle, and you go according to that. It is not dependent on anything else. You are only dependent on Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. புரியுதுங்களா பிரபுஜி? So then you can see things exactly. So it is not that everyone must be correct, or it's not that everyone must be wrong. Okay, that's why you need to judge accordingly. The problem is we think that everyone is correct. That's also a problem. If you think everyone is wrong, that is also a problem. So you need to judge accordingly. Then you are perfect. Okay, is it clear, Prabhuji? Is that answers your question?
Answers my question.
ஸோ ஏன்னா நிறைய பேர் என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க, அதுதான் நீங்கள் சொல்கிற அந்த இதுதான், do not judge. நான் சொல்கிறேன், நீங்கள் கேட்டிருப்பீங்களா எனக்கு தெரியல. Have you heard that? People say do not judge. Have you heard anyone say do not judge people? Have you heard that?
Yeah, I have heard about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm speaking about even in devotees community, they say do not judge. Do not fault finding. Of course, you must understand the meaning accordingly. We are not simply trying to find fault. அதனால தான் நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, when you have this principle of do not judge, when you hold on this principle, when you hold on this speculative principle of do not judge, do not fault finding, okay, but just give them Krishna, what happened? What happened when you're going to preach Krishna consciousness? Prabhu Anga Hare Krishna, chant Hare Krishna, read Bhagavad Gita, avladhan. You don't tell them anything more than that. You don't mentor them, you don't guide them. Because when you guide them, நீங்க என்ன சொல்லி ஆகணும்? Prabhuji, you must not take this. Of course, you give the philosophy. Krishna says you must, when you read Bhagavad Gita, then we know. Ultimately, you need to bring them to the level of judge. You need to judge them. பிரபுஜி, நீங்கள் இந்த மாதிரி விஷயங்கள்லாம் செய்கிறதுனால சாஸ்திரம் என்ன சொல்லுதுன்னா இதான் நீங்கள் செய்யக்கூடாதுன்னு சொல்லுது. So you're already judging. You're already finding a fault there. So what happened? That is not finding fault. Actually, that is guiding. But what happened? You're holding to the so-called fake principles of do not judge and fault finding. So you don't really preach exactly as it is as Shastra or Prabhupada. So what happened? The preaching become ineffective. You don't speak anything about what Krishna says on demigod worships. You don't speak about what Krishna says on meat eating. So you don't speak anything on this. You just speak very vague, very generally. And then you speak on the highest sentimental things, Chant Hare Krishna, just be happy, Radha Krishna, and this and that. And Jagannath is so merciful. Krishna is so merciful. Yeah, அதெல்லாம் உண்மைதான்ப்பா. Jagannath is merciful. Krishna is merciful. But how he is merciful? You must look down to the basics. So now many people will use this term merciful. Oh, merciful. By Krishna's mercy, you will become devotee. By Krishna's mercy, one day you will become devotee, Prabhu. அவ்வளோதான். So even birth after birth, you will be just changing body. Because why? No one is giving the real thing. No one is correcting you. No one is repeating what Shastra and Guru said. So என்ன ஆகும்? mercy mercy mercyன்னு சொல்லி நீங்கள் அப்படியே சுற்றிக்கிட்டு இருக்க வேண்டியதான். So mercy means what? Mercy means you read, you take up Krishna consciousness, you try to follow, you try to change yourself. That means you must be judged. You must be judged. Otherwise, you see, you have been judged. That is why now you are taking up Krishna consciousness. That is why now you are giving up meditating. If you are not being judged, if you are not being told what is right and wrong, I don't think so you will give up meat. Yes or no? If no one can come and tell you what is the right thing, if no one come and judge you, if no one come and judge your lifestyle and activity, then what you'll be doing? You'll be continue doing whatever you are doing. Agree with me, Prabhuji. You put this example in your own life. Let's say when people think that by correcting you or by telling you it is fault finding or judging you, so why not I don't do anything? I just let you to come to the Sunday program, chant Hare Krishna and go back. Will you change? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. So, but when you give them the proper understanding, when you are being judged, of course, when we are saying judged means you are being corrected in a very proper way. You have, by your own free will, you have understood certain things and you give it up on your own free will. So, this is what we want. Okay. So my point is, I want all our Prabhus and Matajis who are listening to Bhagavad Gita here, you are capable of doing this thing, to preach others accordingly, same thing as it is, no delusion, no beating around the bush. One point. Of course, when we say no beating around the bush, we repeat what Acharya says. It's a very, preaching means art, you know. இதுதான் வந்து பாயிண்ட். ஓகேங்களா? Hope that helps, Prabhuji. Hope that helps. Okay, so now let's go into tolerance. Okay, we have taken a long discussion on this, but I think it's very important. Okay, so please read for me the tolerance verse, Prabhuji.
Tolerance means that one should be practiced to bear insult and dishonor from others. If one is engaged in the advancement of spiritual knowledge, there will be so many insults and much dishonor from others. This is expected because material nature is so constituted. Even a boy like Prahlad, who only 5 years old, was engaged in the cultivation of spiritual knowledge, was endangered when his father became antagonistic in his devotion. The father tried to kill him in so many ways, but Prahlad tolerated him. So there may be many impediments to making advancement in a spiritual knowledge, but we should be tolerant and continue our progress with determination.
Yeah, tolerance means what? You must bear insult, dishonor from others, right? So this is the point. So when yourself, Prabhupada is giving an example of Prahlad Maharaj. So Prahlad Maharaj has tolerated all the dishonor and insult and troubles from his father Hiranyakashipu. So நம்மளுடைய வாழ்க்கையில பார்த்தீங்கன்னா we are also having the same problem. Correct or not? Sometimes our friends, our family, our colleagues, we have so many problems. So we have to tolerate that and focus our goal on Krishna consciousness, right? So but this is a very important thing. But this only applies to yourself. When someone insult you, you have to tolerate. But when someone insult Guru and Krishna, there's no tolerance. You have to respond. You know what I mean? It's not that you apply, no, Prabhuji, you must be tolerant, you must be humble like the grass in the street. You must be, no. That is when people insult you. But when people insult Krishna, then you have to respond accordingly. That is where you need to know how to preach, how to speak, how to discriminate. Not that like a foolish person standing there and say, okay, I am a tolerant person, I don't want to engage in anything. We can see this example in Srila Prabhupada, when the scientists, when the TV interviewers come and ask, come and insult about Krishna, come and question on, when question certain things in an insulting way about Krishna, about Vedic culture, Prabhupada fired up. Prabhupada smashed them. புரியுதுங்களா என்ன சொல்ல வரேன்னு? So when we are saying smashing them means what? That means we are intellectually refuting them with points, evidences. இதுதான் point. It is not that Prabhu, no, I want to be humble. Bogus. When the Mayavadis are attacking, when the atheistic people are speaking ill against Krishna, then we should respond accordingly. So this is the point. That's why Srila Prabhupada used to get angry with all these atheistic people, because they are actually insulting Krishna. They are insulting Bhagavan. அப்போ பகவானை இன்சல்ட் பண்ண நீங்கள் என்ன பண்ணணும்? சும்மா உட்காந்துருக்கணுமா? That means you got no faith, you got no any bhakti on you. உங்களுக்கு you must be triggered, there is no more tolerance. So when a Vaishnava, when other Vaishnavas are being insulted, when other Vaishnava are being attacked, then you must come there, you must. புரியுதுங்களா பிரபுஜி? So this two principle, whenever Bhagavan, Guru, Vaishnava, when they are being dishonored and insulted, you must try to establish the dharma there. You must try to correct the situation there. Or you must leave the place immediately. Or you must commit suicide if you cannot do anything. That's what Shastra said. If you cannot do anything, that's why we are not, adanaladan, we are not supposed to simply go and attend all these demigods' temple. Why? Why, Prabhuji? Because it's not that we are against demigods. The problem is those demigods are worshipped wrongly. They are telling that you are supreme person, and they are telling that I am equal to you, Mayavada. So basically you are dishonoring, you are insulting Bhagavan. Correct or not? By telling someone else as supreme, or by establishing Mayavada. Jodi, Swayam Jodi, Param Jodi, I am Jodi, you are Jodi. What happened? So that means you are causing dishonor to Krishna, Guru, Vaishnava. So that is why we must not go to such places unless we are preaching and distributing books. Is that clear, Prabhuji? Does that make sense? இப்போ நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நம்ம பாருங்க, you must understand this very carefully. All of them are devotees of Krishna. Devatas are the administrators. They are working under the direction of Bhagavan, Vishnu. Okay, so we should pay our respectful obeisances unto them. No problem in that, right? But when someone is worshipping them as supreme, or when someone is worshipping them and telling that we are all equal, I am you and you are me, Mayavada, that means they are doing offense. Yes or no? Then how can you be there? How can you go and take part in such activities? புரியுதுங்களா பிரபு? அப்படின்னா எம்மதம் சம்பந்தம் அப்படி கிடையாது. So the bogus understanding, the philosophy of emmadam samandam is nonsense. So emmadam sambandam kadiyade. Krishna consciousness is Krishna consciousness, Mayavadam is Mayavadam, and now different follows, different teachings are different. They will lead you to different destination. It might lead you to hell, or it might lead you to different destination. It is not the same thing. Emmadam samandam kadiyade. Because Krishna is telling here, you worship me, become my devotee, you will come to me. Krishna didn't say, no problem, you worship there, you go everywhere, you come back to me. Emmadam samandam solala. Krishna என்ன சொல்றாரு? சர்வதர்மான் பரித்யஜ்ய மாம் ஏக்கம் சரணம் ரஜா, என்கிட்ட மட்டும் சரணம் பண்ணு, then I'll give you protection. Moksha ishami masuchaha, Krishna says. Krishna didn't say, no, you do anything, you just be superficially nice to everyone, then you come back to me. No. The real definition of nice means what? To practice bhakti. to understand who is supreme. This is the meaning of tolerance. So when some Vaishnavas are being insulted, when Bhagavan is being insulted, you should respond accordingly. That is the definition of tolerance. You should speak the fact. That is the definition of tolerance. புரியுதுங்களா பிரபுஜி? When you have the position, when you are in a family, example, when you are supposed to do the right thing, you should speak up the right thing. We have, just giving examples. நம்ம ஃபேமிலி மெம்பர்ஸில் இருக்கலாம். ஸோ சில பேர் சில மாதிரி பேசுவாங்க. பட் we have to establish the right thing. It's not that because, we must be tolerant, they are all, seniors, or they are all, no, of course, in a very respectful way, you have to speak the truth. Otherwise, you don't participate. It is not that, my family, everyone came, my relative, everyone came, they are worshipping some ancestors, so I must join also. No. They are worshipping some bogus fellas, some Baba, some Sridhi Baba, Sai Baba, I will also join. No. Oh no, the last week all go to the Sridhi temple, so I also want to go because I have to fast. No. If you are really following Shastra, then it's no business for you there, because they are insulting Bhagavan by claiming that they are Bhagavan. So this is the type of vairagya you must have. Idan vairagya. In the vairagya illama, then what is the meaning of bhakti? What is the meaning of practicing Krishna consciousness? All these things are duplicity. Duplicity. அங்கே போனால் எப்படி சாஞ்சிக்கிறது, இங்கே போனால் எங்கே சாஞ்சிக்கிறது, லாலாங். So this is duplicity. So we don't want that. சரிங்களா பிரபுஜி? This is very heavy. This is very serious business. No one is teaching you this. Krishna is teaching. Prabhupada is teaching. அதனால தான் நம்ம இங்கே கேட்கணும். Prabhupada படிக்கணும். Prabhupada படிக்கலனா people will come and tell us, Prabhuji, please be tolerant. Don't speak anything against the atheist. Don't speak about Sai Baba la. Don't speak about Sridhi Baba la. They are all very saintly people. Let them do whatever they want. We only focus on Krishna only. Don't criticize people. Very bad, அப்படின்லாம் சொல்லுவாங்க. Because they don't understand Shastra. In fact, we are not criticizing. We are just speaking the fact. You call a spade a spade. You call a thief a thief. அவ்வளோதான் point. Okay. So, clear Prabhuji on the meaning of tolerance. So, you must remember this. Ahimsa, 3 definition. Tolerance, the real meaning of tolerance. Not that bogus tolerance. Everything you tolerate. No. Vaishnava, Guru, Bhagavan. No tolerance. Respond accordingly. There is no such thing as tolerance. This is not point. Okay, next Prabhuji. Continue.
Simplicity means that without diplomacy, one should be straightforward, that he can disclose the real truth even to an enemy. As for acceptance of the spiritual master, that is essential, because without the instruction of a bona fide spiritual master, one cannot progress in the spiritual science. One should approach the spiritual master with all humility and offer him all services so that he will be pleased to bestow his blessing upon the disciple. Because a bona fide spiritual master is a representative of Krishna, and if he bestows any blessings upon his disciple, that will make the disciple immediately advanced without the disciple following the regulative principles. Or the regulative principles will be easier for one who has served the spiritual master without reservation.
Yes. So what is the meaning simplicity? Simplicity means not that like every time you go with devotees like that. No. That is not simplicity. That is okay, respect. But simplicity means speaking the truth. Prabhuji, simplicity means no diplomacy, no crookedness, no duplicity. Straightforwardly you speak the truth as per Shastra, even to an enemy, even to the closest person, even to your most beloved person. The truth must be spoken. இதுதான் உண்மையிலே simplicity. If you can even speak the real thing to your relatives or family members, of course in a very respectful way, if you cannot even establish that means then what is the point? I'm not telling that you should, the point is you should have your principle. Acharam, you should follow that principle. And of course when someone questions, you must be able to tell them and share with them. இதுதான் சொல்றேன், simplicity, straightforwardness. It is not that you do your own thing, when other people come you follow them also. Duplicity. You must have your principles. இதுதான் நான் சொல்ல வரேன், சரிங்களா? ஸோ இது ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். அண்ட் தென் accepting spiritual master, we have already discussed on that. Then only we can have the mercy of Guru. Yasya prasadat Bhagavad prasado yasya prasadat nagati kutopi. When you have the mercy of Guru, automatically Bhagavan will give you the mercy. Only then you have get the mercy of Bhagavan. Without the mercy of Guru, there is no gati. Nagati kutopi. உங்களுக்கு வேற கதி இல்லை. So we need the mercy of Guru and Krishna to progress, to follow our regulative principles. ஓகேங்களா? ஸோ அதனால தான் வைஷ்ணவ அபராதம் பண்ணக்கூடாது. வைஷ்ணவ அபராதம்னா என்னது? வைஷ்ணவ அபராதம்னா அதுதான். ஆக்சுவலி நாட் ஃபாலோவிங் த இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் ஆஃப் குரு இஸ் வைஷ்ணவ அபராதம். பிரபுபாத் சொல்கிறத கேட்கலன்னா அதான் வைஷ்ணவ அபராதம். அதை விட்டுட்டு இல்லை பிரபு, I don't want to speak anything. I don't want to speak what Prabhupada said. Otherwise, they think that I am doing offense. No, that is not offense. To speak the truth is not offense. Okay? And yeah, Prabhupada is speaking about accepting spiritual master. It's not simplicity. Okay, Prabhupada is speaking here. As for accepting spiritual master, that is essential. Okay? So, point enana, simplicity means, this is the meaning, that without diplomacy, one should be straightforward. Okay? And Prabhupada is also elaborating on the points on accepting a spiritual master. As for accepting a spiritual master, we should follow this. We should accept a spiritual master. Adan solla vararu. Is that clear, Prabhuji? Because he is one of the principle. Acharyo upasanam, approaching a spiritual master. Right? It is there. Approaching a, you see, Prabhuji, simplicity. The next is what?
Understood.
Prabhupada என்ன பண்றாரு? Simplicity define பண்ணிட்டாரு. Simplicity define பண்ணிட்டு approaching a spiritual master பேசுறாரு. Clear, Prabhu? Definition கொடுக்குறாரு. Definition. Okay. மணி எத்தனைப்பா? 8:44. Maybe we can do cleanliness. Okay. Continue, Prabhuji. Cleanliness.
Cleanliness is essential for making advancement in spiritual life. There are two kinds of cleanliness, external and internal. External cleanliness means taking a bath, but for internal cleanliness, one has to think of Krishna always and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This process cleans the accumulated dust of past karma from the mind.
Exactly. So when we are speaking about cleanliness, நம்மளுக்கு இந்த ஒரு cleanliness தெரியும், என்னது? குளிக்கிறது. இப்போ அது கூட நம்ம செய்ய மாட்டோம். ஸோ காலைல எழுந்திரிச்சோன்னே குளிக்கணும். நம்ம வாஷ்ரூம் டாய்லெட் போனோன்னா குளிக்கணும். அக்கார்டிங் டு சாஸ்திரா, இஃப் யூ பாஸ் ஸ்டூல் யூ ஹவ் டேக் பாத். If you pass stool, you have to take bath. Okay, this is cleanliness. Okay, so that is cleanliness externally. And the most important than external is also, of course, both are important. But the most forgotten one is the internal cleanliness. The most missed one. That actually how to clean ourselves, our internal system. Cheto darpana marjanam bhava mahadavakni nirvapanam. Cheto darpana marjanam. That means what? Marjanam means to clean. Marjanam means to clean. Recently we have Jagannath Radhayatra festival. So, you join பண்ணீங்களா Prabhu Radhayatra? How was it? Good.
Join the Cal Radhayatra.
Join the Cal Radhayatra. Fantastic. So before before Radhayatra, there is a festival called Gundicha Marjanam. So cleaning the temple. Gundicha means, it related to how Mahaprabhu, he cleansed the Gundicha temple in Puri. So adhanala this is marginum. So Mahaprabhu have said that by chanting this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, our Cheta Darapana Marg. Cheta means what? Our consciousness is being cleaned. Our heart is being cleaned. Because the heart is a sitting place of the soul. So when the heart is being cleaned, then the mind will be clear. Mind is also here, mana. And then we can know ourselves. Mind is like a mirror. So when the mirror is clean, then you can reflect on yourself. Then you can understand your real identity. Right? So as a servant of Krishna, so this is the important process of chanting Hare Krishna, Maha Mantra. Right? To revive your relationship with Krishna. So adhanala we must take up this process of cleaning daily. How you are taking bath daily? Daily குளிக்கிறீங்களா? Daily பல்லு விளக்குறீங்களா? அப்ப அதே மாதிரி டெய்லி என்ன பண்ணணும்? வெளியே விளக்குறோம், உள்ளுக்கும் விளக்கணும். அதான் பாயிண்ட். ஓகேங்களா? இல்லைன்னா அழுக்காச்சுன்னா கஷ்டம். ஏற்கனவே அழுக்காக தான் இருக்கு. அதனால தான் நம்ம பல பிரச்சனைகளை மாட்டிக்கிட்டு இருக்கோம். ஓகே, ஸோ இதுதான் cleanliness. So now remember, cleanliness means two types: external, internal. Okay, so simplicity means straightforwardness. Tolerance means able to take insult and dishonor. But when Krishna and Guru, Vaishnavas are being criticized, you must not tolerate. And that is the tolerance. That is equal to tolerance. This is the point. So அதனால தான் நீங்கள் பார்த்து, what is a great example here? We can see how we go back to Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chaitanya Charitamrita பார்த்தீங்கன்னா Haridas Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu, they'll be begging everyone, they'll be preaching, they'll go door to door and preach. Please come and chant, please come and take up this Krishna consciousness movement, please give up all your all your sinful activities. இதெல்லாம் சொல்லுவாரு. So they have been going door to door. So one day they meet these two personalities, Jagai and Madai. Jagai and Madai brothers. They are actually learned Brahmanas, but due to wrong association, they have taken up all the sinful activities. They will be drinking, gambling, and also prostitution, meat eating. All these four things they have. So one day, even they are Brahmana. So Brahmana means not by birth, by a qualification. So even they are birthed by Brahmana by birth, right? But they don't follow any principles. So Jagai and Madai was loitering around the street, drunk, in a drunken state. அந்த பானையில் வந்து இந்த லிக்கர் இருக்கும், clay pot. Drunk. So Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur very mercifully, they said, "Oh Brahmanas, you are coming from a very noble family, and both of you are very learned people. So why not you take up this Krishna consciousness? Why not surrender to Krishna? Please give up all these activities." Right? So this Jagai and Madai, they got very angry. What they do? They actually physically abuse Nityananda Prabhu. They basically broke the pot, and they take the piece of the pot and hit over the head, over the forehead of Nityananda Prabhu. And Nityananda Prabhu was bleeding. And Haridas Thakur, when he saw this, he ran looking for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he go and say, "Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, இங்க பாருங்க, Nityananda Prabhu Jagai Madai வந்து அடிச்சிட்டாங்க." Right? So when someone come and insult you or dishonor you in a situation of Nityananda Prabhu, he has been insulted, and also physically abused by this Jagai and Madai. And who is Nityananda Prabhu? Nityananda Prabhu is who? He's Adi Guru Balaram, Sakshat Balaram. Within one click, they will be destroyed. He is actually Balaram. Balaram means that he is the source of all strength. Balaram. So, and what he is doing, he is being tolerant just because he is in the mode of Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu means, his followers Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So whenever someone insult you, someone dishonor you, it's okay. Because it's preaching. You're preaching to them and they abuse you, no problem. Hare Krishna. Right? This is what Nityananda Prabhu was facing. This is tolerance. So the moment Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there in the scene, what happened? Looking another Vaishnava getting hit. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu என்ன சொன்னாரு? ஆமானேனா மானதேனா இல்ல ப்ளீஸ் பி ஹம்பிள் தேன கிராஸ் ஆஃப் ட்ரீட் சொன்னாராங்க? இல்ல, எடுத்தாரு பாருங்க சக்கரத்தை. சக்கரம் வந்துருச்சு. இப்படி கையை வச்சாரு. என்னது நினைச்சாரு? he just meditated upon the Sudarshan Chakra, and Sudarshan Chakra is about to chopped off both heads of these two Brahmanas. So, and what happened? And Nityananda Prabhu said, no. Nityananda Prabhu begged, no, do not kill them. கலியுகத்தில் நீங்கள் சாவாடிக்கணும்னா எல்லாத்தையும் சாவாடிக்கணும். So, you don't forget what is your purpose of mission here. அப்படின்னு சொல்லி, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu udala. How can you touch my devotee? How can you touch him? He is bleeding and Mahaprabhu is going to kill them. No mercy. Daga and Madha will be finished. Sudarshan Chakra is summoned. வந்துருச்சு. இன்னும் ஒரு இதில் வெட்டி போட்டிருக்கோம். ஆனால் நித்யானந்த பிரபு என்ன சொன்னார்? காலை பிடிச்சி வேணாம். அப்போ மகாபிரபு சொன்னார், அவங்க மன்னிப்பு கேட்கலனா நான் போட்டுறேன்னு சொல்லிட்டாரு. ஸோ தென் தே ஆக்சுவலி ஆஸ்க் ஃபர்கிவ்னஸ். அப்படியே கீழே விழுந்தாங்க. கீழே விழுந்து மகாபிரபு மேலே மன்னிப்பு கேட்கும் போது அவங்க சொன்னாங்க, நோ, அன்லெஸ் Nityananda Prabhu forgive you, I won't accept. So they asked forgiveness from Nityananda Prabhu. And Nityananda Prabhu மன்னிச்சோன்னு தான் என்னாச்சு? Mahaprabhu actually come down and Sudarsana Chakra was being taken off. And then now Jagai Madai, they preach Krishna consciousness. They become a great devotee on the lineage of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay? So, can you see now? Tolerance, how Nityananda Prabhu tolerated, and can you see how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tolerated? When something is happening to Vaishnava, immediately Sudarshan Chakra is coming. Same, we can see in the pastime of Durvasa Muni. Durvasa Muni and Ambarish Maharaj. Where Durvasa Muni insulted, dishonored Ambarish Maharaj. He cursed Ambarish Maharaj. ஒரு பாஸ்ட் டைம் இருக்கும். அவர் பிரேக்கிங் ஃபாஸ்ட் ஸ்டஃபை தண்ணி குடிச்சிருவாரு. பிகாஸ் he didn't wait for Durvasa Muni, because he will went off. So when he came, Durvasa Muni was very angry because you never wait for me. Right? So he immediately summoned a demon. Immediately he wanted to kill. So what happened? Ambarish Maharaj is very powerful, but he tolerated. But Krishna never tolerated. That is the tolerance of Krishna. When the devotee is being disturbed, when Vaishnava is being disturbed, immediately Sudarshan Chakra again came. விடலையா? எங்க பிரம்மலோகா, சிவலோகா, எல்லா லோகத்துக்கும் போயிட்டு வந்துருச்சு. அப்போ என்ன சொன்னார்? நீ அம்பரீஷ் மகாராஜ் மன்னிப்பு கேட்கலன்னா நான் உன்னை விடமாட்டேன்னு சொல்லிட்டாரு. ஸோ this is tolerance. So the point is, if anything happened to us, we should be tolerable. We should be tolerating. If anything happened to us. But when anything happened to Krishna, Guru, Vaishnavas, devotees, no tolerance. You should stand for it. You should respond. You should reciprocate. You should respond accordingly. It's not point. Is that clear? It's not that in all circumstances you become like a foolish person. No discrimination ability. Right? So it's not point. Is there any questions? We'll end here. We'll continue next on steadiness onwards. Next session. Is there any question, Prabhus and Matajis? Vaishnava Krupa Prabhu, anything Prabhu you want to add? Anything else? Harishwan Prabhu, is there anything else? Is everything good? Clear?
Prabhu.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So if there's no question, we will end our session here. Thank you very much. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya evacha Patitanang Pavinebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Hare Krishna.